Day 13 of the Arctic EV road trip, and it's wet. It's absolutely chucking it down outside, and we've got a long way southbound to go. It's about 11:30 in the morning. Probably get to where we're going at about 6 o'clock, which is earlier than it has been in some of the places we've been to. But we're stopping off in the lovely city of Trondheim for a couple of hours for lunch and probably a little bit of charging. But that's what we're doing now at this Tesla supercharger, about an hour and a half gone from where we started. And just wanted to talk about the fact that here in Norway, the Tesla superchargers, pretty much all of them, are open up to all makes of car, like a few sites are in the UK. I think it's an experiment with maybe 12 to 15 sites in the UK, and that's going to roll out a bit more as time goes on. Noticing that, you know, there's a bit of etiquette developing around it, because obviously the Tesla supercharger sites are geared up for Teslas and that location of the charging socket, but other cars aren't designed like that. So there's a little bit of parking in the wrong space, if you like, and occasionally, because the cable isn't very long, you've got cars parking sideways across spaces. So there's a little bit of courtesy and etiquette involved, and unfortunately when you get a really busy site, it doesn't look great when you've got, you know, what appears to be empty spaces, or you've got double spaces taken up because the cars are in the wrong place. So there's a little bit of working things through to be done, but hey, that's charging for you. And you know, as EV technology evolves, things will, I'm sure, will improve, and there'll be more solutions in that sphere. But anyway, got a few hours to go, probably an hour or two away from Trondheim, then we'll have a nice little break, then we'll plough through the rain for a few hours after that. So interesting day ahead, and of course that lovely Norwegian scenery which we can still see through the driving rain.
And after we filmed that last video, day 13 took an interesting turn. Our visit to Trondheim lasted about 20 to 30 minutes or so, just enough time to get lunch and then get on the road again. Part of the reason was the weather. It was raining quite heavily, but little did we know that it was going to get a bit worse. All of the phones and a watch in the car went off with a blazingly loud siren, similar to the one in the UK that was tested a few months back in 2023. The warning was in multiple languages and warned of impending heavy rain. We've now arrived at the hotel, and the hotel aren't overly worried, but they did say the last time a storm like this happened was about 18 years ago and did cause a fair bit of damage to the road network here in Norway. So just as well we are safe and sound. But with the weather the way it is, that doesn't really give us much to show you for this day, but we have travelled a fair distance, and we're now an hour or two south of Trondheim and ready for the next day, hopefully with the weather a little bit better. So let's see what day 14 has to bring.